she started it. I wasn't even trying to flirt. She started it. She was like, I really wish I could date somebody like you. So I kind of sat there and looked at that text and I was like, I am somebody like me. So what's up? What's good, y'all? All glory to the ones you got, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another story time. I told you I was gonna be consistent, y'all. And today's story time is about the time that I was bamboozled into dating this girl. Now, to me personally, I feel like I was bamboozled. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I'm about to tell y'all the story. Now, before we get into it, as a disclaimer, there are definitely some things that I did in this story time that I do not condone. This was a different image, bro. This is like over 10 years ago. You feel what I'm saying? I'm 27 now. This happened when I was like, I just turned 16. So this is a different type of image. So you might hear certain things, and because this is a Christian channel. I tell you certain things, you feel me? That's just a different image. I just want to I like to give y'all relatable stories to where y'all can learn from them, so y'all don't do the same mistake. You feel me? So let's jump straight into it. Like I said, this was back then when I was a sophomore. This is like towards the end of my sophomore year. Like I literally just turned 16. No, let me take it back. Let me take it back a little bit. When I was prior to turning like 16, sometime turning up to it, right? So there was this girl that I was really cool with, right? And we was really just best friends. And when I tell you, we were literally having the best conversations, bro. I mean, like every time we text, we were hitting it off. Like it was just best friends having great conversations, just talking about any and everything, just good convos, right? That's what we was doing, bro. We was cool and right, just chilling. And now fast forward a little bit, I started gaining feelings a little bit. So I'm just like, I tried to shoot my shot a little bit. I was like, yo, you dating anybody, right? And it was real awkward because like she really made it more awkward than what it had to be. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because all I was asking, she was just like, nah, I'm already talking to somebody. But she made it like real awkward. I'm like, why you did that? Because when I asked her, she was like, yeah, I am dating somebody, like, so and so. And I'm like, I was like, oh, okay, all right. She was like, yeah, And what did she say after that? Like, I was like, well, I don't feel like talking no more or something. It was someone on those lines. I was like, what you making it awkward like that for? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, okay, you date somebody else. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what that was. So that's kind of just introducing how we were friends and how things were like really good when we was, conversing and stuff like that, texting. We was cool. You feel me? So now I told him about my feelings, but we still cool after that. You know what I'm saying? We still have a good conversation. I don't know why she made it awkward, but I feel like later that day or that next day, we went back to like regular scheduled program. So now kind of fast forward, I'll be like a month. Her and her old dude broke up. They broke up. And when I tell you, this girl was literally shedding legit tears, a whole waterfall, bro. A whole waterfall of tears, bro. I'm like, and they only dated for 2.5 months, bro. You acting like this dude was about to marry you. Shawty was crying like this was like a 10-year relationship that just went down the drain. Like, nah, bro, you dated for 2.5 years. Like, let's get it together. But Shawty was crying. She needed 3 girls to hold her up as she walked. Shawty was like, because she was light skinned, so Shawty was like red as a crawfish in the face, bro. And I'm looking, I'm like, what's going on? She said, oh, so-and-so broke up. And I was like, I wanted to have sympathy, but I'm like, is it really that serious? Really? I didn't understand it, yo. I really didn't. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's her, so she cried. She was crying, right? I mean, crying, snotting and snorting. Needed three people holding up as she walked, and 3 more people consoling her. They had like 6 people surrounding her, like she was like Beyonce or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, golly, right? So obviously, I'm trying to just step in as a good friend, and that's what I did. So we just kind of talking, da 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 da, boom boom boom, and then she said this, yo, I wish I can date somebody like you. Now we're gonna pause right there real quick, cause at the time, I knew, like, at the time I didn't think of it deeply like now. At the time I'm just like, I am me. But now that I think about it, now that I'm older, she must have been telling me I was ugly. Like she wanted somebody with my personality, but I was ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, like somebody in an interview, like, okay, cool. we want you in this interview. You know what I'm saying? But like, you got all the intangibles, but we don't want your ugly face in the front. We don't want that to be the face of our company. You feel me? That's basically what that is. Like, I got all the intangibles, but I still can't hide because you think I'm ugly. That's basically what she was saying. Like, look, I want somebody like you, but I just don't want nobody that. I want somebody like you, but don't look like you. You feel what I'm saying? That's how I'm taking it. That's how I look. I remember I looked back at this story and I was just like, she had to be calling me ugly. Because what does that mean? I am me. Back to the story. That's basically what she said to me in our conversation and stuff like that. Because she was still kind of just moving on from dude, but she still felt a little bit better on helping them move on and stuff like that as a good friend. And, you know, because she was saying like, yo, she started it. I wasn't even trying to flirt. She started it. She was like, I really wish I could date somebody like you. So I kind of sat there and looked at that text and I was like, I am somebody like me. So what's up? So I basically pressed her like that. I was like, we can date. And she was like, oh, okay, all right. Okay, all right. That's basically what she was like. And I'm just like, I felt played. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because I'm like, what you mean by that? So things are going great, right? Like I said, as friends, we were perfect. Then we smoothed our way into a relationship. It was cool, right? So, you know, as time go on, it's just like the conversations dip dramatically. And I'm just like, bro, what is going on? Why are the conversations so lackluster? So dry? So Sahara Desert? Like, what's going on? Like, it's like I'm carrying this thing on my back. My back hurt. Scoliosis, but like, stop. It hurts. Like, can you pick up your side of the conversation now? Like, what's going on? I was really feeling bad. I was like, bro, like, what is going on? So kind of fast forward, right? And I remember because at the time, I really wasn't like an on the phone type person. I really didn't get to like that till like my junior year. But like, I really wasn't on the phone type person. So one night, and this when it really bust me upside my head, I'm on the phone with her one night. And she called me randomly. I'm looking at the phone, like, what's she calling me for? So I get on the phone, I'm like, hello? She was like, hey. And I was like, what's good? She said, nothing. I was just like, she was like, well, how your day was? She was like, good. Like, well, what you doing? Well, what you doing? Watching TV? But when I tell you, when she was so dry, I'm looking at, I pull that phone away from me, I look at it, and then I go right back. And I was like, oh, I forgot what I said after that. But the conversation didn't last long. So I said whatever I said, and we ended the conversation. I was just like, that's when I was like, I think I made a mistake. Because like I said, bro, I feel like I was bamboozled. Why is the conversation, our relationship so great as friends? Then now when we go into a relationship, now it's like dry, lame. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I didn't understand it. So, but we didn't break up then, y'all. So now kind of fast forward a little bit again, because there are like a little bit of like bland periods, but these are like the most important parts. So that part happened. That really helped. That really bust me upside my head. Like, I think I made the wrong decision. So now fast forward. Now one day, this had to been like a Saturday or something like that, some weekend or something like that. So I go over to her crib, right? And let alone her parents aren't home. And I'm, like I said, y'all, at the beginning with the disclaimer, this is a different image, don't condone it. But I was going over there because like I was trying to cop a feel of her breasts. I ain't gonna lie to you, because she had some nice bazungas. So I wanted to cop a feel at the time. You know, I was just, that's all I wanted. I was going to go over there, we gonna chill, talk, and I was like, bro, am I gonna get my first feel on some breasts today? I was hype, right? So I was like, this is gonna be the time. So I go over there, her parents not there, right? So as I'm going into the crib, her brother was also coming out the crib. Now I know him, you know, we cool and stuff like that, right? So I go in the crib, he coming out. So we kind of passed each other, right? So he kind of just like stopped me and he just put his hand on my shoulder and he was like, yo, just make sure I don't hear nothing. I was like, what you mean? What you mean by that? And he said, just make sure I don't hear nothing. And he left and went to go play with his boys. Then he ain't come back in. You know, just let you know, he never came back in. And kind of pause right there. Now that I'm much older, he did he really just give me a pass to go do the nasty with his sister? Now, obviously, he may have looked at me like, yo, that's Emmy. He ain't really gonna do nothing bad. He ain't gonna do my sister bad. You feel what I'm saying? He ain't gonna do my sister bad like that. You feel me? So if it's anybody, let it be Emmett. But usually, like, brothers, fathers, for sure, fathers and uncles, they usually be on that type time. Like, you know, you ain't gonna be doing that. But he was just like, he said, bro, don't let me hear nothing. Literally went outside, didn't look back. I'm just like, now that I'm much older, and I can look back at it for how crazy that was. But that's basically what he did. So back to the story. Now we chilling on the couch, right? We just chilling on the couch, the TV on, she on her laptop. I'm just kind of sitting beside her, trying to make conversation again. Like I said, bro, it was literally like pulling needles out your hand. It was like painful just trying to get something out of this girl. It was painful. So we talking, and then eventually she just like, and we have like a little makeout session on the couch. And she gets up, she goes to her room. I'm just like, bro, where's she going? So I go follow her to her room. Now I'm in the doorway, and she's sitting on the bed in the dark. So I'm looking at her, I'm like, I was like, so I'm like, bro, what you sitting in the dark for? Turn the light on. I turn the light on. You feel what I'm saying? And she like, no, stop. Turn the light on. Like, play swinging, but like for real, like turn it off. And I'm just like, I turn it back off. In my head, I'm like, bro, this girl is weird. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting frustrated. I'm like, this girl is weird. Like, what are we doing in this house by ourselves? And you sitting in the dark. Like I told you, bro, I ain't never been this close to doing the do before. So like, I couldn't tell you the signs. You feel me? So I go in the room. I sit next to her. She leans on me. We have another makeout session, right? So now it lasts a little bit, but now we get up. I take off my shirt. I'm kind of just, I don't really know what's like happening, but I'm kind of thinking like, is this about to happen? We about to do the forbidden thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I take off my shirt. I'm kind of just going off muscle memory, right? And she take off her shorts. And when I tell you, shorty straight 40-yard dash for my, she ended up taking off her shorts, and she 40-yard dashed for my shorts. And she literally had her hand inside my shorts and drawers ready to pull them down. I was like, whoa. Now look, even though back then I wasn't really in tune with God like I should have been, I still had cause now obviously biblically, wait till marriage. I didn't know any better, but now I know and I uphold it. But back then I was still I still had morals. I was like, bro, I'm not just giving this up to anybody. And she was for sure not a girl that I wanted to give it up to, especially after I just told y'all how I was like, oh, I made a mistake with Shawty. I don't know what's wrong with her. So she was ready. So she was ready to yank him down. And I'm not going to get too personal, but just at the time, I just wasn't ready for my partner down below to be shown, especially on soft. So I was like, yo, no. I'm not ready. I'm cool, so I ain't really feeling like that. I'm not ready, sorry. I'm not ready for that. So she's like, oh, okay, all right. Thankfully, she was so understanding, because they got some women out there that get really aggressive. What you talking about? You ain't ready. You feel what I'm saying? But I wasn't ready, and I was like, yo, sorry, I ain't ready. I'm cool. I'm cool. And she was like, so she respected it, right? So we kind of put our clothes back on, and we kind of went outside, and we just started talking for a little bit. Then we went our separate ways. So she texted me later that day talking about, oh, Amy, you can't do that no more. You had me riled up and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, I got a little hype. I was like, oh, I had riled up. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? So now kind of fast forward just a few days. Now I was back at school, and I think one of my other homegirls that was cool with her as well, she ended up coming talking to me one day about about what we did Saturday. I was like, how you know about that? Oh yeah, she came talking to me. She was talking about how you weren't ready and nothing like that. But when I tell you my heart sunk, I was like, bro, I literally could have gotten so embarrassed. She could have went back to this. I'm like, oh man, his thing wasn't like that. Boom, 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 boom. I could have been so embarrassed. Oh my goodness. I didn't know about women going back telling their homegirls. Like I said, bro, I was a complete rookie. You feel what I'm saying? And oh man, it was bad, bro. But thankfully, I stopped her. And we ended up breaking up not too long after that, bro, y'all. And I was just so mad I wasted about 2 months? Yeah, about 2 months, maybe 2.5 months that I wasted. So that's story time of me getting bamboozled into dating this girl. I really feel like I was bamboozled because I was like, what happened when we was friends and now we dating? Like two totally completely different people. I ain't trying to hear that. What happened? I ain't do nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? So moral of the story is, one, wait till marriage. You're not missing out on nothing, y'all. You got a lifetime for women if you're a dude. You got a lifetime for men if you're a woman. You know what I'm saying? First, seek God. Second, get your education. And you know what I'm saying? Seek God in this kingdom. You seek God, seek the kingdom of God first. And all the things you need gonna be added onto you. You know what I'm saying? So God first, school second, and you got a lifetime for women or men, you know, like to find your wife or husband. You know what I'm saying? Just focus on God in school. You'll be fine. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in, y'all. And I hope y'all keep God first over anyone and anything. And I hope y'all have a blessed day. And I hope y'all come back for next Saturday story time. Peace.